When you take notes in class for school, your notes only benefit you because you're the only person that knows what you were talking about. When you go back over those notes, you're going to remember, this is talking about this slide on the presentation, and I wrote this down to remember to go to this chapter because there is a similar picture in the book, and so on and so forth. I don't investigate. I don't know how. I notice things. So we have not forgotten all the events that occurred at the veranda. Now we know somebody was stealing trash. Was it Clay? Was it a maintenance man? Was it a neighbor? Was it the company that collects trash? Now, I remember the trash collecting company. The man in the truck, he drove past me and he gave me this look like, you'll never know. Well, you just told me, buddy. So, I remember throwing something away, and then a couple days later, I noticed it was strewn about in the dumpster area. It was actually a tube of toothpaste. And I remember, I'm not the only person that uses that particular toothpaste, but it was the same tube. I know it was, the way it was folded over. I had just thrown it out a couple days ago, and I knew the potential for somebody going through the trash looking for something is high. It happens at every place that I live. So I knew somebody was going through the trash at the dumpster site, much like what is currently happening. Okay. Let's switch topic. Well, it's the same topic. When it comes to my daughter, one of the days that I was parked there, there was an Anglo woman in a green reflective vest, the kinds that people on road work crews wear. And you can buy it anywhere for yourself. It doesn't mean that you work on a road crew. She was coming out from the corridor, the bottom corridor of the 2 stories where my daughter lives, her building, her complex, her corridor. She was wearing a yellow or a green reflective vest, and she was carrying one bag of trash. I knew that it was my daughter's trash. I knew it. Now, switch back to my apartment. Somebody walked by and they played the Jigsaw laughter soundbite. That tells us a lot of things. It tells us the age group that is operating, about 30 to 50 years old, in order to get the reference. And I knew from observing my daughter that she is being terrorized. She's, they're breaking in her apartment. They're probably standing outside doing the same thing they do to me. Saying things, repeating things over and over again. They played the soundbite. It was not a coincidence. So I know that they're using my daughter's trash to communicate with her, make her feel that she's talking to demons, spirits, whatever it is that they can do to achieve their goal. And I do believe that the same has been done with my middle daughter. You know, my daughter, she may have taken some items and returned them to me. Certainly looks like that. I feel it in my heart that it is so. It makes sense. But I think that's to murky the waters. I know for a fact I threw the LAPD t-shirt, the NYPD t-shirt in the trash. It has a hole in it. It's faded. It's old. I remember throwing it in the trash. My daughter did not take it out of the trash. My daughter did not live with me, you know, right before we moved out. She had gone to live with her dad for months and months before my eldest daughter moved in, when we prepared to make the outcry. So if my daughter is acting out, and my daughter loves me, my daughter is not trafficking, trying to hurt me, although all things are possible, she's not forced to live with me, so it doesn't make any sense. You know, if somebody has mentioned things to her to make it seem like she came up with that on her own, and I do believe that that is what happened, you know, there's nothing I can do about that except love my daughter and protect her. I'm going to throw this up just because it benefits me to continuously post. If you continuously post, then once you start posting things that are interesting, if you already have, it's just things that I've figured out. If you suddenly start, you know, really investing in your videos and you've been posting and posting, YouTube wants to make money. And so if you're a hot topic, they're going to push your video. And obviously that's not what I'm trying to do right now. I would love it if every single video I posted, you know, made $1 million, but it's certainly not my goal. I'm posting just to post. I write just to write. And I will talk to you guys later.